Good evening.
As I sat on a sunny bank on Christmas Day, as I sat on a sunny bank on Christmas Day in the morning, I saw three ships go sailing by, go sailing by, go sailing by. I saw three ships go sailing by on Christmas Day in the morning. And who should be upon that ship but Joseph and his fair lady? And who should be upon that ship on Christmas Day in the morning? Oh, he did whistle and she did sing, and she did sing, yes, she did sing. Oh, he did whistle and she did sing on Christmas Day in the morning. And all the bells on earth did ring on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. And all the bells on earth did ring on Christmas Day in the morning. For joy that our Savior he was born, for he was born, for he was born. For joy that our Savior he was born on Christmas Day in the morning. Joy that our Savior he was born on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. For joy that our Savior he was born on Christmas Day in the
That was a good one, Juliette. Oh. Get
Oh, John? How long have I got? This is about 5 seconds.
Half an hour.
Terrific. Would you be an angel and call me in about 20 minutes? I think I'll put my feet up.
Sure.
Thanks a lot.
Julie's Christmas Special, starring Dougie Squires, second generation, the Treyorchy Male Voice Choir, and a Christmas visitor, Peter Ustinov, with special guest star Peggy Lee.
Julie. Julie. Wake up, honey.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
It's cold.
Yes, snowing.
Snowing.
Yes, yes. You'd better put this on.
That's nice. Snow for Christmas. How lovely.
Yes, I thought you'd like it. Now, you better hurry or you'll be late.
Okay.
Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. gentlemen, and welcome to my Christmas special. Now, you may well ask, what is so special about my Christmas special? Well, that brings me around to my special guest. Tonight, here, live on this stage, we have a television first. The one, the only, the original Santa Claus.
Good evening, Julie. I want to thank you for inviting me onto your Christmas television spectacle. It is a great honor.
Excuse me, I don't wish to appear rude.
Oh, congratulations. You have no idea how many people do wish to be rude and inconsiderate and selfish, especially at Christmas.
Yes, if I asked, who are you, would you think I was rude?
Certainly not.
Who are you? But...
Who is he?
Santa Claus.
Where's his red suit?
I left it at home.
Horse feathers.
Who's that?
That's our director.
He's rude.
Yes, well, I don't think he intends to be rude, but you can't really blame him. I mean, Santa Claus in a tuxedo.
Oh, I suppose you'll want some kind of identification. Look, there's a picture of me up at the North Pole. You know, the reindeer, that's Dunder, that's Blitzen.
Oh, there you are in your red suit. Why, now I recognize you.
The old red suit. Well, I won't be needing that anymore.
You won't?
No. The only reason I came onto your show was because I promised you and the elves. They love television. But after tonight, I'm through. After 1,500 years on the same job, people will just have to learn to get along without me.
But that's unthinkable. I mean, Christmas without Santa Claus, that's terrible. Christmas is a wonderful, joyous time.
Oh, not like the old days. Oh, if you'd been around then, you'd know what I mean. There was a real kind of magic, a real Christmas spirit.
And you feel that we don't have it today?
Oh, come on, I'll show you.
Where are we going?
Put up your hood, desperate girl. Hurry, we'll be late.
Santa, where are we?
The past, the used to be.
Christmas bells merrily ring.
bells toll loud and long, your message sweet, even from all.
Things were wonderful then.
Oh, no doubt about it.
But I don't think it necessarily proves that things are so terrible now.
That's because you don't necessarily think.
Oh, now you're the one that's being rude.
There's a whale of a difference between being rude and being Santa Claus. How many years have you been around? 30? 32? 34?
Try 26.
Ho, ho, ho.
Well, you may be Santa Claus, but you're certainly no gentleman.
You may be Julie Andrews, but you sound just like my wife. Oh, yes, she won't admit to being a day over 1,200.
Listen, Santa, we're getting off the point.
The point is that I've been around long enough to know that then was definitely better than now. Then I represented something worthwhile. Now people don't care about me anymore.
Oh, that's a terrible thing to say. You know, I think you're just overreacting because you're feeling rejected. You've got a persecution complex. You know what you ought to do? You should see a good psychiatrist.
Oh, find me a psychiatrist who believes in Santa Claus. I'll be on the couch before you could say Siggy Freud.
Did you know Sigmund Freud?
Gave him his first mental block.
Now, I've got to admit, you do have a point.
No, I've got a headache.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's really not up to me, you see. I know when I am not wanted.
Oh, horse feathers.
No, headache! You watch. In no time at all, they'll have forgotten that I ever existed.
What on earth is that?
Oh, sugar plum fairy. Well, I think I'll go and play with my electric train. Woohoo!
Just a minute. You don't like the sugar plum fairy?
Sugar plum fairy? Oh, she's all right, I suppose. But there are times when she can be a real pain in the ice. Woohoo!
Julie, I'm so glad you could come and see me.
Well, thank you.
Sit down.
Sit
down.
too.
Have a sugar plum.
Oh, thank you.
Would you like to sing a song?
That would be fine.
You stop.
Me?
Yes.
Okay.
Now you stop. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Well, go on.
Well, I don't know what to sing.
Anything. Just sing anything.
Anything. Anything.
But love, baby, you got it?
Oh, that's the only thing there's plenty of, baby. Dream a while, scheme a while, we're sure to find happiness, and I guess all the things we've always pined for. I talk to the trees, but they don't listen to me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I talk to the stars.
Do you?
Yes. And they always hear me.
That's amazing. I tell you my dreams.
I tell you my dreams.
And while you're listening to me, I suddenly see them come true.
Is it true what they say about Dixie?
Dixie? Well, what have you heard about her?
Well, does the sun really shine all the time.
Oh, that Dixie. Well, I don't know much about it. I heard the sweet magnolias blossom at everybody's door.
But the folks don't eat that possum like they used to do before.
It's impossible.
You must be the sugar plum fairy.
Tell the sun to leave the sky. Oh, this is just impossible.
Oh, would you rather swing on a star?
Oh, that might be nice.
Carry moonbeams home in a jar.
We'd be better off as we are.
Or would you rather be a fish?
Or would you rather be a cat? We are Siamese, if you please. Or would you rather be a moose?
A goose.
A ram?
A lamb.
A mouse, louse. Please?
Where, oh, where's my little dog gone?
Doggone.
Where, oh, where can he be?
When a bee lies sleeping in the palm of your hand, you're bewitched and deep in love's long looked after land. Maybe I dreamed, but he seems sweet golden as a crown. A sleeping beacon told me I'll walk with my feet off the ground when my one true love I have found.
Just in time. You found me just in time. Before you came, my time was running low.
I tell you, it was snowing so out there.
Yes?
You know, I was lost.
Oh, well, I guess the losing dice were tossed. My bridges all were crossed. Nowhere to go.
Across the river.
The river?
Wash our sins away in the tide. It's all so peaceful on the other side. Grab your coat and get your hat. Leave your worries on the doorstep. Life can be so sweet on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade. Oh, go on, sing. With my blues on parade. Oh, oh, but I'm not afraid. This rover crossed over.
He's a tramp. He's a rover. Breaks a new heart every day. He's a tramp. They adore him. And I only hope he'll stay that way. You can never tell when he's so off. He gives you plenty of trouble. I guess he's just a no-count pup. But I wish that he would, boy, he's a tramp. He's a scoundrel. And there's nothing more to say. If he's a tramp, he's a good one, and I wish that I could travel his way. Wish that I could travel his way.
Gonna take a
sentimental journey. Gonna set my heart at ease. Gonna take a sentimental journey to renew all memories. 7, that's the time we leave at 7. I'll be waiting up for heaven, counting every mile of railroad track that takes me back.
Oh, my gosh, that reminds me. I really can't stay.
But baby, it's cold outside.
No, but I've got to go away.
But baby, it's cold outside.
Oh, this evening has been
How lucky that you dropped in.
so nice and warm.
Look out the window at that star.
I'll maybe drop by tomorrow.
Think of my lifelong
At least
star.
you're gonna know that I tried.
If you got to know
No, I
that
really can't stay.
Baby,
But it's cold outside. Baby, it's cold outside. I've got to get a home.
But baby, it's cold outside.
I've got to get a home.
But baby, it's cold
So
outside.
long, I've got to go home.
But baby, it's cold outside.
Goodbye, sugar.
Well, when you've got to go, you got to go. Do 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 be da do be da do be da.
Julie's Christmas special will continue following station identification.
Santa. Santa. Look, please, I really do have to talk to you. This is terribly important, Santa. You've got to change your mind.
No.
Don't say that. Isn't there anything I can do to help?
Well, you could do me one small favor.
Oh, I'd do anything.
Deliver that sack.
That sack?
Oh, I know it looks difficult, but when you get the hang of it, oh, it still is difficult. But you know, you can't help loving it. You get to know some wonderful children.
Yes.
Look out.
Oh,
Watch both ways before crossing.
yes.
From Afghanistan, Zambia, all sorts of wonderful places. Lovely kids, some dreary parents. In my day, I've delivered presents to everybody. Georgie Washington, Tommy Edison.
Really?
Oh, yes, and then there was young Mozart, the little Mozart boy, Wolfie. Do you know who bought him his first piano?
Oh, let me think. Could it have been you?
Yes, it was. And when he needed an idea for a symphony, it was I who gave him ta-ta-ta-tam.
Ta-ta-ta-ta. Bob, Santa, that's Beethoven.
Ta-ta-ta-tam, ta-da-da-da-da-da-dee, la-dee-da-dee.
Oh, I don't think I've heard that Mozart symphony.
He didn't use it.
Oh, and you composed
Oh, dear.
Santa, you gave that to Mozart.
No, I gave that to the Wright brothers. I do hope they're all right. All right!
The Wright brothers?
Aeroplanes.
Oh, yeah, I understand
The
that.
Red Baron.
But what has that to do
Delays, hijacks, Peggy Lee.
Peggy Lee?
Yes, you're not very quick, are you, for 26 years? Little Wolfie, 2.5, he was brilliant.
Yes, but I don't understand how Peggy
Peggy Lee.
And...
You see through the window.
Oh.
See the clouds that drift so far below, ever changing as they come and go. Makes me wonder why I'm up so high when really I am down so low. of all the wonders I was one allowed. I think that I would always choose a cloud. Always brings my feelings right out loud, whether I'm ashamed or proud. And on this airplane coming home to you, sometimes I think I've flown my whole life through, my whole life through, as I wing my way to you. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. Next year, all our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. Next year, all our troubles will be far away. Once again in olden days, happy golden days of yore, faithful friends who were dear to us will be near to us once more. Someday soon we all will be together, if the fates allow. Until then, we'll have to muddle through somehow. So, have yourself a merry little Christmas. See the clouds, they're giving life below, in colors that the canvas cannot show, keeping secrets no one else could know, for I'm the one who told them so. Now and then I get up close to you, like to stay, but I'm just passing through, so I have to say goodbye until next time I fly.
There's just no way I'll ever be able to deliver these.
Here we come a-wassailing among the leaves of green.
Santa, I don't want to let you down, but I absolutely cannot budge this sack of toys.
Well, of course you can't, and that is what this is for.
What is this?
An old Christmas recipe, wassail, or as it's known at the North Pole, Santa's Little Helper.
Oh. Ooh, what's in it?
137 ingredients you couldn't possibly understand, plus 1 cup of water and 6 bottles of wine.
Ooh, no wonder they say Merry Christmas.
Cheers!
Merry Christmas.
Yes.
That's really quite good. But I must say I don't feel any different. No different at all. No, I'm afraid there's nothing for it. You are just going to have to deliver these.
Mind what you're doing! Gracious! My elves worked hours making all that stuff.
But I...
Have a care! Banging around just like a woman. No finesse. No finesse at all.
Well, I'm sorry. Listen, since I have to do your job this Christmas and your home, what are you going to ask me for?
Nobody's ever asked me what I'd like for Christmas.
Well, now's your chance.
I don't really know. Why don't you just surprise me with something rather special?
All right. The grocers. Oh, the grocers. Nearly closed, with perhaps 2 shutters down, or 1. But through those gaps, such glimpses. It was not alone that the scales descending on the counter made a merry sound, or that the twine and roller parted company so briskly, or that the canisters were rattled up and down like juggling tricks, or even that the blended scents of tea and coffee were so grateful to the nose. But the raisins were so plentiful and rare, the almonds so extremely white, the sticks of cinnamon so long and straight, the other spices so delicious, the candied fruits so caked and spotted with molten sugar as to make the coldest lookers-on feel faint. Achoo! And subsequently bilious. Nor was it that the figs were moist and pulpy, or that the French plums blushed in modest tartness from their highly decorated boxes, or that everything was good to eat and in its Christmas dress. But the customers were all so hurried and so eager in the hopeful promise of the day that they tumbled up against each other at the door, flashing their wicker baskets wildly. And they left their purchases upon the counter and came running back to fetch them and committed hundreds of like mistakes in the best humor possible. While the grocer and his people were so frank and fresh that the polished hearts with which they fastened their aprons behind might have been their own, worn outside for general inspection and for Christmas jackdaws to peck at if they chose. But soon the steeples called good people all to church and chapel, and away they came, flocking through the streets in their best clothes and with their gayest faces. Oh. But I still haven't found the right thing for Santa.
my dear. That was the loveliest present you could possibly have given me.
Oh, Santa, I am so glad. Well, now that you've had your gift, I suppose I'd better get on and deliver these.
No, never mind. No, I can see I'll have to do it myself. You won't, in the time at your disposal, really get the hang. Thank you, and thanks for everything. Goodbye, Julie.
Julie. Wake up, honey. Oh. They're ready for you on the set.
Oh. Thank you, Peggy. Oh, gosh. Did I sleep? Do you know, I had the craziest dream.
Yeah, good title for a song.
Do you know, I dreamt that my special guest star was Santa Claus, and he wanted me to deliver all his presents.
Well, I've been a good little girl all year. How about putting a bad little boy in my stocking?
You were in the dream, too.
Oh,
I dreamt
really?
you made a special appearance as the Sugar Plum Fairy.
I did, really?
Yes.
Oh,
It's funny, I thought it was snowing.
Julie, are you... you're still asleep, I think.
No, I'm wide awake now. Oh, and Peggy, thank you so much for being here tonight. I loved it.
I love you, too. Thank you.
God bless you. Listen, if you feel like it, and you want to come in and have a really nice cup of tea sometime, or even a sugar plum, just do so, will you?
Oh, thank you, but please, 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 will you hurry or you'll be late?
I'm going.
I was just coming to get you.
Oh.
They're ready for your song.
Good.
You better hurry up, or you...
I know, I'll be late. John, I'm here.
Julie? Well, we're about ready if you are.
Fine.
Did you get a little rest, love?
Yes, I did. I put my feet up for about, 20 minutes or so.
That's good. Right. Well, let's try one, shall we?
Fine.
Cue music.
It's not the glow you feel when snow appears. It's not the Christmas card you've sent for years. Not the joyful sound when sleigh bells ring, or the merry songs children sing. The little gift you send on Christmas Day will not bring back the friend you've turned away. So may I suggest the secret of Christmas is not the things you do at Christmas time, but the Christmas things you do all year through.
On Donna, on Blitzen, on safety belt. Merry Christmas, Juliette!
Merry Christmas, Santa. Well, drive carefully. The little gift you send on Christmas Day will not bring back the friend you turned away. So may I
the Christmas things you do.
Good night, everyone, and Merry Christmas.
I'm sure we're all getting burned out on all the radio repair videos, but I've kind of taken to doing these because they're easy and don't require a lot of cranial discharge, because I've got a lot of other projects going on right now. So we'll get into some TVs in I need to get working on some TVs, working on some TVs. Hopefully early next month. This is here we have Juliette. This thing is basically new old stock. In fact, I have the box and everything that this goes in. And I found this at an estate sale. I think I paid $1 for it. And it's pretty much completely new old stock. This is glued on the back. Sure, like the police use 148 to 174. J-deck I wonder what a J-deck transistor is. G-deck. And it's one of these things that's just completely coated in wax. Ooh, I totally just have a candle party and just pour wax all over it. And the problem is the FM does not work. But the police and aircraft and weather bands do work. And the AM works. Now I'm assuming this is a stacked IF. So it uses one IF transistor for each for both the AM and the FM. But I don't have a schematic, and I don't know where I would get a schematic. But yeah, let's plug it in and check it out. And this is for all the boxophiles and original manual freaks out there. Look at that. $1973.
miles an hour. At Sandburg, in the vicinity of Gate-Hone Pass, it was sunny. The temperature was 83. The wind was east at 16 miles an hour, gusting to 22. At Mount Wilson, temperature was 77. And then descend to 3,000.
See airplanes, I think.
Localizer and visual approaching east runway 25. Simultaneous approach is in progress between Hawthorne and Los Angeles. Advise us for contact. You have information, golf. 0000 Zulu weather. Wind 2407. Visibility 10. Sky clear. Temperature 22. Dew point 17. Altimeter 2986. Localizer and visual approaching east runway 25. Simultaneous approach is in progress between Hawthorne and Los Angeles. Advise us for contact. You have information, golf. 0000 Zulu weather. Wind 2407. Visibility 10. Sky clear. Temperature 22. Dew point 17. Altimeter 2986. Localizer and visual approaching east runway 25. Simultaneous approach is in progress.
Alright, so that's aircraft, which I thought aircraft was AM. I don't know. There sure doesn't seem to be much gain on this band. This is FM here, and there's nothing. It's totally dead.
Sometimes out of to what this team is going to do offensively. He's got an outside shot.
Come on.
Free and your donation. This is the place. Improved based off what them offensive.
This is Karen Harlow. Good afternoon. It's Sunday, October 12th. Here's what's happening at 5:05. A sick woman on a flight at LAX causes high anxiety among officials. Thousands of people in Los Angeles continue a tradition started in 1985 to benefit those with AIDS. And teachers in San Diego County are taking to the streets.
Minuto en el Stop Hub. Tú puedes conseguirlo hasta ganar.
Okay. So FM is dead. Both AM and, I mean, I would expect that with this wide open, it should be majorly clipping, and it should be way over the limits of the output of the amp, but there's lack of...
Las entradas fuertes...
192 right now. There was a bad crash here. It had said it was police activity. They made an arrest. Somebody had been driving.
Muchísimas gracias.
Okay, so we have no FM, and we have a general lack of gain. Audio gain. Now, I've had problems with these transistors, these little dome transistors before. They seem to be kind of problematic. I think they're early silicon transistors, and they just seem to be problematic. So it's very possible that this over here is for weather, the aircraft and weather and police band, and this is for AM and FM. So it's very possible we have two different oscillators, and the oscillator is not running for the FM. Now, how would I know? How would I have any clue, you know, which one of these is the FM oscillator? Just no way of knowing without a schematic. But what I was thinking about doing is feeding 10.7 into it with the signal generator and seeing if the IF was awake. And that would kind of help me narrow down if the oscillator transistor wasn't running. Got to get some Mrs. Miller on this situation. I'll tell you what. Well, I figured out how this came apart. In fact, it was already unscrewed. And I'm looking at that transistor right there. At least I think that's the oscillator. And of course it's underneath the wheel here. So to get to the transistor, you have to take the dial string off, which is, you know, suicide in itself. Okay, this thing just keeps kind of getting better. Okay, so that goes around there, and then around there, and then back around there, and then down there, and around there, and then back up. And then those two are linked together, but it's weird how stripped out these screws are. Like someone's been in here already, and then those two are linked together. Seriously, getting this thing back together is going to be almost impossible. This, no.
I'm so proud. We're now the #1.
Okay, I took that one out and it didn't fix it. So then I took that one out and that one and turned it into be the AM converter.
I tell you right there on the phone, if you can no money out of pocket. There are no upfront costs.
So I'm just making a mess here. Alright, continuing on with the what brand was this? Juvenile or Junkophile? I don't even remember now. I believe I located the FM oscillator transistor, and the transistor measure is completely open all the way around, so I stuck this in there, and I'm getting a little bit of hiss now, but no actual performance out of the radio. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try putting the AM, the one that was in the AM converter, in there, because maybe this is not high frequency enough. Well, check this out. This is a old Zenith module, tuner module thing. I pulled a transistor out of it figuring it would be high frequency enough for this thing, and I kind of touched it across here. Well, again, trying to do this one-handed is Didn't that song show up in the germanium transistor video too?
And dedications all night long at 1-800-681-2121.
Hello, checking in here. We're going to have 5.
We folk help. Epidemic. Stop from you.
Pretty good for the antenna not even being up. I put an antenna on it.
De tus derechos separar.
So, just as I thought, the FM oscillator transistor was bad, and it was one of these weird epoxy ones with the epoxy on the top of it. I've seen a lot of these go bad. And well, geez, I tried about 4 transistors in there before I pulled one out of that tuner, that Zenith tuner, and it worked. So it's very critical. The FM front end stuff is very critical. You can't just really put a 2N2222 in there. Well, I think I found our reduced capacitor. That's what I would expect with the volume wide open.
Because most of these promos are dangerous.
Okay, I changed that capacitor and now it's working like it should. It drives it well into clipping, which maximum volume just being loud is never enough. It should crank. It should have enough headroom to where when you turn it up, you know, you get So I think we're good here. I'm gonna try and put it back together. I'm gonna try tomorrow when the sun lights out. I'm gonna try and put this back together. Here's some of that fine corporate standardized programming that recycled some song from the 60s or something like that. Absolutely brilliant. Well, maybe you're lonely because your music sucks. Okay, that's 88.1 and I was on 100.1, so you could see I need to shift this up here. Let's see. Where's AM?
As opposed to the general manager, Ned Coletti.
This thing is really tight. You ever notice that the main phrase in all this modern music is like a, like a this, like a that, like a you, like a me, like a he, like a she, like a. You could just have a song that just goes like a for like 2.5 minutes, because that's the attention span, and that would be it. You'd be a Puffy Daddy Jay-Z for years to come.
Applicants qualify.
On Judgment Day, not one of us could...
Okay, so we changed that transistor right there. You can tell it's different. So went out of the Zenith tuner. We changed that capacitor right there. That's it. Works good now. And it has ample gain. That's with the antenna down.